Hey, first off, Hey, first things first, I'd like to say thank you to everybody subscribing, following. I know a lot of people consume my small clips on TikTok, on Instagram, but understand this though. People be mad at me for some reason. I don't know why folks be so mad at me. Like, I don't even know what I be doing for real. I guess because I be having conversations that other motherfuckers not gonna have. So I guess it's easier to point to me as, oh, well, you might be the problem because you won't talk about some shit that we don't want to talk about. And guess what? I'm gonna continue to talk about some shit that y'all don't want to talk about because fuck y'all. I make the rules on this motherfucker, at least on my platform. Fuck nigga. I make the rules there, bitch. Fuck. Somebody won't say you taking the Candace Owen route. White dude who I was in the Navy with hit me up. I'm disappointed in you. Continue to message me and say, I'm gonna have to unfollow you. I don't know what you got going on in your life, but it seems to me that you're trying to take the Candace Owen route. So white man said this, that a black man is trying to take a black female route. I don't think he understands how racist and sexist that statement was. No, I am not trying to take the Candace Owen route. I don't even know shit about Candace Owen. I don't watch nobody. I don't give a fuck about nobody. But since we want to understand what is my motivation, since maybe somebody on the outside is not clear with him, maybe there's others that feel like I'm pandering to right-wing, left-wing niggas, white people, whatever the fuck y'all want to feel like, whoever the fuck y'all want to feel like I'm pandering to. Let me show you what my motivation is, okay? Let me show you. Today is going to be show you what my motivation day is. Yeah, that's what this going to be. Motivation. First off, shout out to my baby. I love my baby. So I'm going to show you what my motivation is. I'm going to tell you my motivation is not trying to incite violence and all types of other bullshit. But let's talk about somebody who is, though. And I'm going to show you what my motivation is. But let's start here. Black Lives Matter founder.
One of the founders of Black Lives Matter Minnesota. Let's welcome her.
Love y'all. Thank you so much. So here we are again. Now this is the first time that we've had one of our family murdered by ICE. But we are no stranger to police and law enforcement homicides in the Twin Cities. And we do not need ICE here adding to the body count.
That's right.
So I say, get the ICE out. It is time. We have seen the terror that Donald Trump and his administration has unleashed across the country. We have seen how white supremacists have been emboldened. We have seen the attacks on all kinds of people, but right now, we are seeing the attacks on pretty much everyone in this country. And what it boils down to is that America has never addressed its love affair with white supremacy.
Come on. Come on.
That America has never rendered the call for the injustices against people of color in this country. They have never called for its ending, and they continue to uplift and support and elevate and make excuses for the tyranny that is caused by white nationalists and racists. That's how we came up with our president who is in office, and that's how we came up with ICE. No human is illegal. So let's be clear, who was on this planet first? The planet was black. Yeah. Black people were here on this land before anyone. Brown people were here on this land before the white man showed up. But somehow, some people who got a free pass to come into this country when their ancestors entered through Ellis Island, who didn't have to turn through all the hurdles that we're asking people to go through at the southern border, all the hurdles that have been put up against people coming from African countries other than the Afrikaners, the white South Africans who are now allowed to come into this country. But yet it's a whole lot of nerve to think that somebody else should be denied access and the freedoms that America is supposed to offer in the American dream that has been, for my people, an American nightmare. It has gone on far too long. Far too long. And now we have Renee Good, who was a victim, someone who was standing up against ICE, who showed up, who took the time to care. She should not have lost her life. That shooting was completely unjustified.
That's right.
And I know what I'm talking about. I am the aunt of Marcus Golden, murdered by St. Paul police. In 2015, he was shot by Jeremy Doverspike and Dan Peck from 180 feet away. So I have to say this. That case was officially sent by John Choi, Ramsey County prosecutor, to Keith Ellison. And Keith Ellison refused to act upon it and charge the officers. But yet I saw Keith Ellison on national news last night saying he will leave no stone unturned for Renee Good. So Keith Ellison performs for the cameras. Let's be clear. Keith Ellison is here for the show. He is not here for justice. And let's remember, if this case ends up in the hands of Keith Ellison, it was Keith Ellison who requested that the judge take a downward departure on the sentencing of Kim Potter, who killed Dante Wright. You can't have it both ways. Let's call a spade a spade. So what we need is a clear and swift prosecution of this murderous officer. We need ICE out. We need the shooter to be made an example of across this country. Because we know when black and brown people get in trouble with the law, they are quick to be made an example of. So let's make an example of this man who so recklessly shot into that vehicle, who needlessly shot into that vehicle. We could have moved his dumbass out the way. It is completely unacceptable. And when I see the messaging that is coming out by the federal government in support of this shooter, calling on us to believe that our lies are lying, that we are not seeing what we are seeing, of course, as they constantly do, denying what the laws are, it is absolutely unacceptable, completely unacceptable. Not only do we need ICE out, but we need accountability from the top.
Come on.
So Kristi Noem needs to be terminated as well.
Indeed.
She is reckless, and her actions in defense of ICE, that she has been promoting this propaganda, that it is reckless, it is unprofessional, and she is incompetent to serve in that position.
That's right.
And her role in that position, understand, is to uplift white supremacy and to target people of color. It is a role of hatred. We can't change her heart, and I don't care about her heart, but we should change her employment.
Listen!
We should change her references and her recommendations. There needs to be accountability, not from this officer, but Kristi Noem as well.
Yeah.
And it needs to start immediately.
Immediately.
This family should not wait for justice. And remember, we fought for Jamar Clark. We occupied a precinct for Jamar Clark. We did not get justice for Jamar Clark. But when the city burned, after George Floyd, all of a sudden there were some charges. So for those who are on the media talking about, don't burn it down, don't set it on fire, let me tell you this, we need justice and we need it now.
Yeah.
Because what happens after that is on your hands. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
But I'm pandering. I'm the one pandering. I see Black Lives Matter leader come out, speak on Renee Good, but I'm pandering. Okay. I just wanted to show the clear distinction between when one side is pandering versus another side is pandering, Mr. White Man. That's accusing me of being Candace Owens. Right? Let me show you the difference between one side pandering and another side pandering. I don't pander. Right? But this is what I went through. Cordell man arrested for double homicide of mother and daughter in Houston County. Let's read about this story. Look at this is the man who committed the murder, the double homicide, right? Let's look at this. Let's see why this is important to this whole shebang for me. Let's see why.
The Houston County man is in jail charged with killing his girlfriend and her mother. The victims are Virginia and Rhodesia Boston. Both were found dead yesterday at the Pines of Warner Robins apartment complex. Now, 29-year-old Rashad Williams is charged with 2 counts of murder. Camila Williams spoke with the family about how much the 2 women will be missed.
I talked to Virginia Boston's daughter, Nomil Tucker, and she told me that her sister, Rhodesia, was in nursing school and working to be a better mom, and that her mother, Virginia, was sweet and a bright light when she walked into any room.
This is really like a huge loss for our family.
Nomil Tucker says the loss of her sister and mom leaves a painful wound. She says her mother, Virginia, was calm, loved to read, and treated her friends like her own kids.
And my mom, she was just the sweetest person ever. She loved being a mom. She loved being a grandma.
And Nomil's sister, Rhodesia, mother to a 5-year-old and studying to become a nurse. Tucker says she is still wrapping her mind around what happened Sunday morning.
When I got the call initially, I didn't know what was going on. And when I got there, it was like 4 police cars there. So I knew that it was something bad.
Tucker says Rhodesia's 5-year-old found the woman dead and asked a neighbor to call police. Neighbor Tiffany Lewis says she feels bad for the family.
I hate that happened, though, truly, to be honest. I never thought nothing would happen like that, especially over here on this side of the area in Warner Robins.
Tucker says being asked how she feels is hard to answer, but she is trying to stay strong.
We've lost 2 beautiful souls, and if like anyone you know, or if you yourself are experiencing any verbal, physical, or emotional abuse, please get help.
Tucker says she expects to take guardianship of her nephew and that she is asking people for prayers and support at this time. In Warner Robins, Camila Williams, 13 WMAZ News.
As we said, 29-year-old Rashad Williams is in the Houston County Jail charged with 2 counts of murder. Tucker says Williams is her sister's boyfriend, and they've been together for almost a year. 9 out of Houston County's 10 homicides this year are alleged cases of domestic violence.
Rashad Williams, 29, killed a woman who he was dating and her mother. Black man. Black Lives Matter. Black man, Black Lives Matter. Black, 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 blackity, black, 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 black. He killed a woman and her mother. Let me explain something to you why this is important. It's random. 2 people are my cousins. These are my cousins. I had 2 cousins murdered last year by a black man. For whatever reason. She left behind a 5-year-old son. Let's go to some other videos. Let's go to some family accounts. Let's go to some family accounts real quick. Once again, you should see my motivation. You know, it's sad that we have to even go to these extremes, but you shall see my motivation. So we want to know, am I pandering? Am I Candace Owens? No, my family members, my cousins, were murdered Last year, my cousins was murdered last year by a black man. What's worse, being murdered by the police, by ICE, by whoever the fuck? The problem isn't that. Black Lives Matter. The problem ain't ICE in our communities. See, what I'm trying to do is bring a conversation that nobody's talking about to your front door. Yeah. I'm trying to bring a conversation that nobody's talking about to your front door. Yeah. I'm trying to let's see what the conversation is though. What do y'all think the conversation is? Do I have to spell it out what the conversation is? My cousins were murdered by a black man. A woman, and her mother was murdered by a black man. And a 5-year-old son is left without a mother and a grandmother. I don't know what the child's father's situation is, but obviously it's fucked up if the sister got to take custody of the baby. So, boom, another broken home. There was a black man that's in jail now. He's in jail. He's going to keep living. He's keeping breathing. He's going to keep breathing. But he murdered a woman and her mother, black man. I'm going to bring a conversation to your front door. Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's see what conversation I'm talking about. Let's see what I'm trying to pander to. Black man. Let's see what I'm trying to pander to. White man. Hey, white man, do you see now what I'm saying? My cousins were murdered by a black man. Let's go to another one. We're not done. Y'all know how I do it. This is why y'all come to me. This is why y'all watch my content, because y'all know I'm the truth. Y'all know it. Yeah. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what motivates.
All right. I want to also play this young woman from the other night when things were really rough in the streets in Charlotte. Here she is.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car. I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
This woman obviously so upset, and she, her fear is genuine. She says that she believes that wherever she is, she could get shot, so it's no more dangerous for her to be in the middle of that crowd. How do you respond to that?
Well, her fear isn't real. It's based on emotion, and it's not based on anything factual that she'd be able to articulate. It's just out of control behavior. I'll tell you what she faces danger, where she faces danger. It's being on the street in any American ghetto where the black-on-black crime is a bigger threat and a bigger problem in the black community than the police use of force. So the fact that they continue to focus on this aberration, that is the police use of force, it's an aberration, okay? They have more fear of that than coming across a gang member or being caught in a crossfire like Dwayne Wade's niece was in the city of Chicago, pushing a baby stroller down the street, for heaven's sakes, with a baby in it, and she took shots to the head from two black longtime career criminals. And so that's why I said it's not based on anything real. It's based on emotion. And if they really took a look at what was going on around them, what they'd be railing against is not the police and the police use of force. The police are down there to protect good law-abiding black people, to protect and serve, but their biggest threat are criminal gangs, and it's other black males who are involved in this crime and violence in numbers that are disproportionate to their representation in the population. But of course, emotions driving this thing, not reality.
He said this 9 years ago. David Clark said this 9 years ago. Look at where we are today.
Breaking news, a deadly mass shooting in Mississippi near the Alabama border. 6 people killed at 3 separate locations, and overnight a 7-year-old girl is among the victims. What we've just learned about the suspect, now in custody. Here's ABC's Alex Prochet.
Tonight, authorities say that this man, Derrica Moore, is behind one of the worst shootings in state history, leaving 6 people dead, including a 7-year-old girl.
There's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment.
The Clay County Sheriff says the suspect's trail of terror began just before 7 last night when the 24-year-old alleged gunman shot and killed his father, Glenn Moore, Uncle Willie Ed Guinness, and older brother Quentin Moore inside a home. Then he allegedly stole his brother's F-150 pickup, drove to another home, and forced himself inside, where they say he attempted a sexual battery with a handgun before killing a 7-year-old relative. He then allegedly drove to a third home, where they say he shot and killed 2 brothers, Barry and Samuel Bradley. Moore was later taken into custody without incident.
This family, to lose this many family members, at one setting, it's just hard to imagine. So that's the reason I'm saying they definitely need our prayers.
Wait, tonight authorities say that they are still searching for potential motive in what is now the deadliest mass shooting of 2026. Wait.
All right, Alex Prochet for us tonight.
Why is this not a national conversation? Why is that not a national conversation? Why? Why is nobody speaking about the deadliest mass shooting in 2026? Why are y'all marching for Renee Good, Alex Preddy, and not 6 people, including a 7-year-old girl who got killed in 2026? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Are y'all not doing math, or y'all are so desensitized to black people dying that y'all don't give a fuck? Y'all are so desensitized to niggas dropping the fuck out. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck. Let me put it in your fucking face. Let me show you how disgusting and ugly it is. Let me show you. Let me fucking show you. So you'll know who the fuck I'm pandering. What I'm pandering at. White man, you want to say I'm Candace Owens? If that'll make you talk about niggas dying, I don't give a fuck. Bitch. I don't give a fuck. Let's keep talking about niggas dying. Let me show y'all something that's absurd. We're gonna break this shit. We're gonna break this shit all the way the fuck down too. Hold up, please. Let me cook. Let me get ready to cook. Let's do a math. Hold on, let me see. Let's do math now. You know, I like breaking. You know, y'all come to me and y'all watch me because y'all know what the fuck I do. I break shit down. I scientifically break shit down. I'm gonna show y'all the bullshit. Yes, do I got notes? Yes, I got notes. Do I research? Yes, I research. Do I put time and energy in? Yes, I do. Yes, I fucking do. Real journalism, fuck, nigga. Real journalism, fuck, nigga. All right. So, boom. let's start, because this is a list of, before we get into all the way into it. This is, boom, we got action. United States military casualties of war. And these tell us, it's going to tell us how many people died, total UF deaths. I'm not going to even just go combat. I'm going to go total deaths, right? Combat, non-combat, basically people who was involved in those situations and died. Let me tell you the first thing that's alarming to me. To me? Moi? First thing that's alarming. The total people who died in the first war of America, the American Revolution, was 23,000 people and 800. So 23,800 people died in that total war right here. In a war that was 1975 to 1983, that's 8 years. In an 8-year war between America and Britain, the Brits, you had 23,000 people died. 2 countries going to battle with each other. Okay. Keep that in mind. Because I'm going to bring up some stats that's going to sound, it's going to sound unfucking believable. All right. Boom, we got action. But keep that in mind. 23-8. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to write that down for y'all too. Let me make sure I got that down. 23-8. Right now, where we at? We at the FBI Crime Data Explorer, the official website of the United States government. Hey, y'all can look this up yourselves. This ain't me. It's not my stats. This is not me. Right? So you know, you understand where I'm coming at. Let's look at the homicide rates for the last 5 years. Hold on, bear with me. Matter of fact, let's go 10. Just see where we at with it. All right, bet. Let me make this wider for me. Okay, bet. All right. So let's go according to race. Yes. Anybody could look this up. Yes. Let's not go with 10 because the number I just looked at, peeked at, the number is too big. Because I don't want to shock y'all. I want to get to a number that sounds just as crazy though. Right here, from January of 2021 to January of 2026. This is live. This is live updates, baby. This is from the FBI Crime Data Explorer. This is all of the crime that's reported to the government. Everything gets reported to the government. This is what it is from 2021 to 2026, according to black people. When we're talking about offenders race, understand what an offender, this means the motherfuckers doing the crime. Black people have committed 45,000 murders, 45,940. And let's go to the victim's race. The victim race, niggas have been 44. You have 44,821 niggas died in 5 years. More niggas died in 5 years than 8 years of an American Revolution. By two times the amount. Are y'all not seeing this? So you want to know what my motivation is? We're going to keep it going. Let's go back to it. So boom. So niggas are dying more in 5 years than the American Revolution. Check. All all of these wars. We're dying more than all of these wars. Look at all of these wars. Beam. Look at the wars. Just the wars. Y'all could Google this shit y'all goddamn self. Okay, Mexican-American War. Niggas dying way more than the Mexican-American War. In 5 years, niggas, I'm trying to find the next war that compares to the amount of niggas that die on the fucking regular. How about this? Let's not go 5. The number's too big. 5 years of niggas dying. I gotta start combining wars. Let's go to 2 years. Let's say 2 years. 2 years. In 2 years, 15,000 niggas killed. 14,000 niggas got killed. So let's go 3. I can't even, hold on. Yeah, let's do custom. Let's do 3 years. Yes, you can do this yourself. You can do this yourselves. Okay. 3 years. 25 niggas? 25,000 black men offended, or black people, black men, black women. Because we could go to sex too, if y'all really want to bust it down like a blunt, like a Dutch, like a Swisher. We could go by sex, but we ain't got to do that. Let's just keep it. Niggas are killing 25,000 times, and niggas are dying 24,000 times. I like 3 years. Let's find a war that matches 3 years. Because we can't find nothing for 10. 10 is too. If I show you 10, you're going to be mad. If I show you 10 years, y'all should be mad. We should be so angry at niggas. This should be a crisis. This is a crisis what's going on. Why are you white men marching against the niggas that's dying in the nigga community? White man? Since we want to talk about me being Candace Owens, let's talk about you being Bill Nye. Let's talk about you trying to pander to other white people, liberal bullshit white people talking about they care about motherfuckers, but where is the motherfuckers that care about the niggas that's dying more than an American Revolution? Let's keep going. Let's find a war. Now, the Civil War. The Civil War got us. I ain't gonna lie, niggas. The Civil War got us. But this, once again, you had two big ass factions of this country going in all out battle. So Civil War got us. But let's find somewhere after the Civil War that comes close to the amount of niggas that died in 3 fucking years. So, boom. None of these wars, Red Cloud War, Korea, nope. None of these wars. The Spanish-American War, the Philippine-American War, nope. Mexican Revolution, nope. U.S. occupation of Haiti, nope. United States, Dominican, nope. World War I. Oh, we had to go to World War I to die more. And I'm going to tell you this. And the crazy stat is, in 10 years, niggas have killed niggas
3 officers dead, 3 wounded in Baton Rouge. A really tough day for Baton Rouge and for the country, really. Here to talk about how to keep our police safe is Sheriff David.
Yeah. In 10 years, niggas have died close to the World War I, closer to World War I than any other one. Let that sit in. In 10 years, niggas have died closer to World War I, all by the hands of other niggas. Let's keep it going. Maybe this shit don't shock y'all. The next time we got niggas that died more than niggas in 3 years is World War II. World War I, World War II. Okay. The next time we had niggas die more than niggas. Now, keep in mind, during this Korean War, yes, niggas died more than niggas in 3 years, but not more than 5. Not more than 5. Keep in mind, these is country versus country wars. We've died more times than the Korean War in 5 years in America. Okay. Vietnam War. Vietnam War got us. It got us by here by 58K. Vietnam got us in 5 years, but we died more. Let's show. Maybe let me show you. Maybe let me show you so you can see how nasty work. Let's go 10 years of being a nigga. Bing. 10 years of being a nigga, you died 82,000 times. I'm sorry, 86,000 times. At the hand of niggas, at least 82. Somebody might say, oh, well, the stat don't mean that because you could, motherfucker, understand that everybody's race kills them. Why do we make up a small percentage of this country, numbers-wise, but way more deaths? And if you're not understanding how it's happening, my cousin and her mother was murdered by a nigga. If I get murdered, statistically, it's going to be by another nigga. Not ICE, not the police, not nobody, but another nigga, statistically. In 10 years, niggas have killed and niggas have died more than the Vietnam War, more than the Korean War, more than the American Revolution, more than the Gulf War, more than the war in Afghanistan, the Iraq War. You could combine all these motherfuckers. You don't even come close to niggas dying in probably 3 years. Let's go to another one. Fuck it. Let's go to another one.
New charges today in the murder of a Ferguson man who reported the rape of his own daughter.
Think about it. Think about what she just said. Let's let it marinate to what she just said.
3 family members stand indicted for the murder of Corey Warren, who was gunned down after refusing a bribe to drop charges in a sexual assault case. Our Megan Kernan is live outside the Ferguson Police Department, where prosecutors announced indictments just hours ago.
Corey Warren's best friend tells me he was the best person on earth and a great father. His family still hasn't come back home since the killing. And these 3 men are now charged, accused of working together to silence that father, murdering him and then murdering their own hitman.
One of the most senseless acts of violence that I've reached and have seen this year.
Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle says Corey Warren's killing was calculated, cruel, and personal. On July 8th, officers say Corey Warren was shot through the glass door of his Ferguson home that you can still see 3 months later.
He's a real good dad. You know, I couldn't ask for a better neighbor.
Investigators say Warren was shot after refusing a $12,000 bribe to stay quiet about charges against Lavore Harmon, accused of raping Warren's daughter. Prosecutors say Harmon, his uncle Anthony L. Young, and cousin Anthony D. Young coordinated Warren's murder with their associate, Andrew Klaus, who later that same day was also shot and killed. All three men now face 2 counts of first-degree murder, armed criminal action, and felonies like statutory rape.
I would have never thought something like this would happen around here.
Maybe y'all are not catching up. Maybe y'all not catching up. This nigga, Warren, whatever the fuck. Matter of fact, let me get a better one for me. Let me get a better picture for me. Is that 3? Yeah, there you go. That's better. This the news article. So y'all can see it better. Yes. I'm a real journalist. Lavore Harmon is the one who raped that man's daughter. He got these two, Anthony L. Young, Anthony D. Young, to help him hire a hitman because they tried to bribe the father with $12,000. Raped his daughter, tried to give him $12,000 not to go to the police. And instead, they hired a hitman to kill him, and then they murdered the hitman. This is what's happening in the nigga community. This is what's happening in the nigga community. And after all that murder, after all that raping, killing, if he had $250,000 or something of value of $250,000, all 3 of these motherfuckers can get out on bond today. This is America. You got the right money. You can kill a nigga, rape a nigga, burn a nigga, shoot a nigga, stomp a nigga, do whatever the fuck you want to do to a nigga. Nobody bats a fucking eye. So when you want to talk about what my motivation is and where I'm at with it, am I pandering Candace Owens, white man? I'm bringing a conversation that nobody else is going to talk about to your front fucking door. I hope you see my motivation, because more niggas are dying more than the American Revolution. Let it marinate and set in. And guess who's killing them? Not ICE, not the police, not motherfucking food, not the Bible, not the Quran, not being gay, not none of that shit. Not no sexual preference. This is niggas killing niggas at a rate that is more than the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the American Revolution. That's a conversation. Where's the marching? Fuck a Renee Good. I'm sorry. Niggas. My cousin just got murdered by a man. My cousin and her mom, my cousin and her daughter is left this plane because another nigga, not the police. There's no marching for it. This man was murdered by 3 motherfuckers. One motherfucker raped his daughter. Let's keep the video going.
Prosecutors say Harmon, his uncle Anthony L. Young, and cousin Anthony D. Young coordinated Warren's murder with their associate, Andrew Klaus, who later that same day was also shot and killed. All three men now face 2 counts of first-degree murder, armed criminal action, and felonies like statutory rape.
I would have never thought something like this would happen around here.
Neighbor Hugh Deberly was home the day Warren was killed.
Next thing I know, I heard about 4 or 5 gunshots. Then I seen them running across my yard into a car, and they took off. They tried to revive him, and his kids are out there crying.
Warren's neighbors remember him as a devoted dad and friend.
Well, they took a person's life. You know, a person was trying to do right, and they killed him for it. So they should have to pay too.
Prosecutors said this was not being charged as a murder for hire plot, but that could change if evidence points to that. Harmon is held on a $2 million bond in St. Louis County, and the Youngs are in federal custody, also on $2 million bonds each. Live in Ferguson, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Is it clear yet what my motivation is, or nah? Do I need to keep going? Do I need to keep going? Maybe let's see the numbers again. Like what more do I need to do? What more do I need to show you to see how fucked up it is being a nigga in America, not by the police, but by other niggas? We need the police. We need the police to come in and lock these niggas up. We need the police to come in and sweep all these niggas up, one foul swoop, lock up every nigga. Especially the niggas that's committing murders. Because this is absurd. This is ridiculous. These niggas are going on kill streaks in this motherfucker. They're getting attachments on their fucking weapons and going on kill streaks like Call of Duty in this bitch. Being black in America is living in a war zone in your own neighborhoods, in your own community. It has nothing to do with ICE. It has nothing to do with a fucking illegal immigrant. I don't give a fuck about Jorge or Juan. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas. I give a fuck about my cousin just got murdered by a black man. My cousin and her mother just got murdered by a black man. You let that sit in, and I'm out.